Hello everyone, my name is Ali Shokri, and this is an introduction to our paper, ArCode plugin, which is accepted at 29th International Conference on Program Comprehension, ICPC 2021. And this tool paper is a follow-up of our previous paper with the same name, ArCode, which was accepted at International Conference on Software Architecture, ICSA 2021. And you may find source code of this plugin from its GitHub repository. So ArCode is an approach that aims to help programmers correctly implement architectural concerns, including tactics and patterns. ArCode takes in a framework source code, for example, Jazz framework, which implements security tactic, and a repository of code that use that specific framework. It then extracts some dependencies between APIs of that framework from the source code of that specific framework. And also it creates a repository of API usage models for those programs in the code repository. In the next step, it verifies the created API usage models with the dependencies extracted from framework and creates a sound API usage models or grams. And then it infers the framework API specification model from this repository of grams. And like I said, you may find more details and technical view of what's happening here from ArCode paper at ICSA 2021. Next, it analyzes the program under development and performs a static analysis on it to find some deviations from correct implementation of an architectural technique with respect to APIs of the specific framework. And it first visualizes that how the technique is currently implemented in the code, and also it represents the code or summarizes the code as a simple code snippet that only includes APIs of that framework, and then provides recommendations on how to fix deviations. And this recommendation is through a graph-based model as well as a code snippet. And I will talk about it in the next slide. So let's take a look at an example. In this code snippet, the programmer intends to implement an architectural tactic, a security tactic basically, authentication. And the programmer uses Jazz framework to do so. So I'm not going to go into detail that what's happening in this in code snippet, but the programmer is supposed to call login method of this object login context in this method, but mistakenly it forgot to do so. So ArCode plugin, first of all, visualizes that how APIs of Jazz framework are being used in this code snippet and summarizes the whole thing in this simple short version of the program, which only includes the APIs. And then it provides a recommendation on how the correct version of this implementation should look like. You may find more details about how to get, install, and use ArCode from its repository. Thank you.